Well, good evening to you, Spello, and to the viewers at home. Well, just a quick correction. Today's court case was at Paarl Magistrates Court, not at the Paarl Regional Court. Now, the Goya family has described today's court proceedings as being bittersweet, as they've heard inside the court proceedings that the South African Police Services, or rather the state, is waiting for DNA evidence from the forensic laboratory lab, which will confirm whether accused number 1 actually was an accomplice in Asiphe brutal murder, whose body was found at an open field in Paarl earlier this year in March. Now, accused number 2, who is Luzuko Manzi, was granted bail, as the state says that they're still waiting confirmation from the forensics lab regarding his fingerprints. Now, he is deemed as being an accomplice in this murder, as we do know that he was the one that was allegedly driving the vehicle that transported the body of 21-year-old CPUT student Asiphe, who was later found doused with petrol and dumped at a field in Paarl. Now, the family is quite unhappy regarding the court proceedings, specifically when it comes to the mention of DNA evidence that is being waited from the South African Police Services. They said that they do know that South African Police Services has quite a backlog when it comes to DNA evidence. Now, they're saying that they're actually quite unsure if this will be a cold case like many other gender-based violence cases. Now, lastly, today's court case has been postponed to the 24th of July, as the state is waiting for DNA evidence to come back from the forensics lab. Now, just lastly, there were 2 victims that also fell victim to Luzuko Manzi's lucrative ways, who mentioned that they were assaulted by him in 2020, but their case was never taken into account by the South African Police Services, and they're saying that they want justice to prevail for all victims of gender-based violence. Well, that's it for today's court and crime court proceedings. We'll keep you abreast with more updates.